Alright, family, welcome back to DOREEN'S African Experiences. My bad for taking long to update you, but today we are roofing and plastering our single self contained house. Yes, this house has a store, it has a shed. Now, there are various roofing styles in Uganda. Now, that one right there is called a hipped roof. This one is called a gable roof. That one there. Yeah, and then this one that I'm trying to zoom in is basic, but we don't compile. This one is a flat roof. Now, these are some of the most common types of roofs we have in Uganda. So we have a gable roof, we have the hipped roof, we have the flat roof, we have the hidden roof. The hidden roof is not anywhere here. We have the dormer roof. We also have the pyramid roof. The other side behind, you see the pyramid. This is gable. This one here. So it's just that the houses are combined, if that's a word. I mean, there are butterfly roofs, there are gambrel, there are skillions. There's so many. The Dutch, I've actually not seen the Dutch roof here, but hey, I'm sure it's there. Now, our main focus is going to be on the gable and flat roof because it is pointless for you to roof a single room that is standing by itself as a hipped roof. Again, wastage of material, pointless. Now, we're going to need 6 iron sheets. So we are doing the flat roof, okay? The flat roof. So we are going to need 6 iron sheets. Now we have recommended iron sheets for this, the white iron sheets. We have the white iron sheets and the colored iron sheets. Now the colored iron sheets are like they have a beginning price, okay? So ideally they should be the white iron sheets should range between 33,000 Uganda shillings to 35. So if you need 6, I always recommend you take the maximum amount of money during your planning process. So you get the 35,000 Uganda shillings and multiply by 6. And if you're taking the colored ones, then you would need 45,000 Ugandan shillings per iron roof. Okay? Iron roofs are supposed to measure up to 3 meters long. Some don't really make it depending on the company, but hey, I'm not here to break down iron sheets. I'm just giving you prices. Now, you get the 45,000 Ugandan shillings and multiply by 6, you end up with 270,000 Ugandan shillings. But again, I recommend the white ones because something like this does not require you to have to color it, okay? Because it doesn't stand out, nobody's going to see it. The recommended gauge is 30 gauges, okay? Those prices I've given you for 30 gauges. Our house is 15 by 15 feet, yes. It has a bath inside, it has a shed on the outside, and a store on the outside. All right, so remember, as you roof, you need to also put your concrete ceiling. We have many advantages of a concrete ceiling, some of which are one, it's a one-time deal. Like it's one of those things that saves money. You do it once and for all. Even if you have a leakage on your roof, it would never affect your concrete ceiling, especially if you use the right expanded wire mesh. Expanded wire mesh will timber. So I don't think I have another word for it. Now, so when you're planning to roof, please combine the concrete ceiling at the same time to save you money. The labor to roof us a house this size will be like 200,000 Ugandan shillings, and that includes the ceiling as well. Now, as per the expanded wire mesh, you're going to need 1.5 bundles. One bundle will cost you around 40,000 Ugandan shillings or less slightly. That is if it's coming from Red Tiger. We have other companies like Maisha and stuff. But my ideal type is Red Tiger if you're in Uganda. If you're not in Uganda, make sure the expanded wire mesh you're choosing to use to roof is very strong. Because half the time you want that wire mesh to hold, okay? You want it to hold the sand, the mix that's been put on. Sometimes you actually put a mix in your ceiling and it will lag, okay? And then that is going to give you such a hard time during plastering, and your house is going to look funny. It will look like the roof is falling on you, which is not even true. Now, You're going to need some plaster sand, about 1 elf, and a bit of lake sand, another elf. So the plaster sand will cost you about 100,000 Ugandan shillings maximum. If you're not staying in the city anywhere, you can even pay 80,000 for this plaster sand. And the lake sand will cost you 120,000 Ugandan shillings. Now this is just for your ceiling, and later that same sand is going to be pushed for plastering. Remember, the next stage after roofing and doing your ceiling is hold on. All right, where were we? I got interrupted. Now, ideally, the next stage after roofing would be wiring for both water and electricity. Okay, so I think we finished that. Now, to roof, we said the 6 iron sheets. We have roofing timber. Roofing timber is what we locally call boliti. So for those, you need 4x2s, 3x2s, and 6x2s. These are the different sizes. For the 4x2s, you need 16 pieces. Each is 4,500 and at most 5,000. Then the 3x2s, each is 3,500. You also need 16 pieces. And then 6x2s, you need 6 of them. Each is 7,000 Ugandan shillings. So you multiply like that, okay? For the 4x2s, your total would be 72,000, and then 3x2s, 56,000, and then 6x2s, 42,000 Ugandan shillings, okay? Now, the cement you need for the concrete ceiling is just about 2 to 3 bags. Each bag of cement is 32,000 Ugandan shillings. That is Tororo Sem 4. You don't need to go overboard with this. It is okay, you can use the Tororo Sem 4. Labor to roof your house, that would include the concrete ceiling as well, is 200,000 Ugandan shillings. Remember, this is a single room, one single room with a shed and a bath. Okay, you try to save as much money as you can. That's the whole point. And then after that, you've wired. Now let's assume you've wired for water and electricity. Your next stage would be to actually plaster. Plastering, ideally, it shouldn't exceed 2 inches of plaster on the wall. On the outside, make sure you try as much as possible. Actually, not just on the outside. During the process of your plastering, please add waterproof. It will save you a lot of things in the future. Waterproof is just a tiny socket of a cement-like substance that actually helps with water problems in the wall, so to avoid the whole damp rising situation. So each bag of cement will get mixed with 1 pack of waterproof. Now, for plastering process, you're going to need about 10 bags of cement at most. That is for both inside and outside. Okay, plus the shed, plus the store, everything done. Okay, and also you have balance to actually screed your floor as well. Screeding your floor is preparing your floor for tiling. If you don't screed your floor and you just tile it, you're going to have problems in the future. Problems I have explained in one of my videos before. Please look for my videos. All this information I'm giving you, I'm just updating it. I've given it several times before. Please watch my videos. You'll get a lot more information. Even now I'm giving you a lot, but you know what I mean. Now, the labor would be about 250,000 Ugandan shillings. Why is it more than the roofing labor cost? Because plastering itself is extensively hectic, especially when it comes to the upper element. Someone has to have their arms lifted. The chest, there is always expected chest pains, so you need to let the people work within the time they want. Now, to roof this house, remember the roofing should not take more than 2 days. As soon as the timber is up, the iron sheets are the easiest part. Remember, you can't roof during rain. It is very hazardous and not safe, even if you're doing a flat roof. So make sure your roofing process happens during a dry season. Same with the plastering process as well. Okay, you need roofing nails. Roofing nails are locally called katiko, about 3 kgs. Each is around 6,000 Ugandan shillings. You need assorted nails, different shapes, different sizes, about 4 kilograms. You need half inch. Yes, half inch is for the expanded wire meshes. They actually help to hold them together. You need about 2 to 3 kilograms. It can be 3. Okay. Now, I've put in a miscellaneous amount of 200,000 Ugandan shillings for things like the pylons, what. Some of these things I'm assuming as you're not just starting to build, you should have them. But just in case you don't have them, things like water, transportation, you already have most of these things from the beginning of the video. As you start construction, you sort your stuff, you arrange your stuff, you know exactly what you need, okay? And I'm sorry the videos are not moving past this, simply because my other phone died that I normally use to move my data, so I'm only stuck with this iPhone, which cannot connect to almost anything. So I've had to record with it this video and then talk over the video. Now these totals that I'm giving you include plastering, screeding, and roofing. Yes. So if you're using the white iron sheets, your total is going to be 1,632,000 Ugandan shillings. That is when the whole thing is complete. And for colored iron sheets, we're talking about the cheapest ones. The total will be 1,692,000 Ugandan shillings. Now let me use 2 more minutes of your time to actually expound on certain things. Okay? You need a bit of lake sand. Lake sand is actually what they use for screeding. It is also best to apply lake sand in your plastering process on the outside of your house, okay, for more protection. It sticks better and faster. Yes, the weather is not anyone's friend anyway. When it comes to construction, the earth is our greatest enemy. And then the other thing I wanted to expound on, when you're mixing for plastering, you really don't have to use our standard measurements, like 4 wheelbarrows, what. No, you can actually use more. But please, I know some people can even mix one bag to 9 wheelbarrows of plaster sand, but that is a bit extreme, okay? Just try maybe 6 wheelbarrows. That is during plastering. Don't go overboard, eh? Don't forget the waterproof, okay? And also, if you're doing a hidden roof with this, make sure the hidden roof starts from the foundation itself. If you're going to use a hidden roof, this is something that you have to start from the beginning. You don't just wake up after building and then you say, I'm going to do hidden roof. No. It has to be part of the plan from the start. And if you're doing a flat roof, you're good. You don't need too much. Then for the gables, that's also good. You don't need too much as well. Yeah, I think that's about it. Don't forget, I do consultations. You have to call me and pay me. I offer consultation services. So if you need more information than this, please reach out to me. My number is in my bio. But I always try to provide the information for free, always on my page. But if you want to use my personal time, allow me to actually charge you for that. I do appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has helped you, and I hope it has enabled you to actually start on this journey. Okay, for those of you that are building single rooms, single self-contained for rentals, always multiply what I tell you. Okay, just multiply it. When I give you information on a single self-contained with a store, it's not that you're just going to build one single room. You might be interested in building more than that one room, but multiple times. Use this information wisely. Multiply the information and use it to your advantage. Once again, have a nice day and see you in the next video. I'll try not to take long this time. I promise.